How's it going, everybody? It is about 8:25. Hurricane Helene is now a Category 4 with 130-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and the pressure's at 942 right now. So this is just going to be a little bit of an update for my YouTube kind of friends and family, whoever's watching. I will not be chasing in Perry. I know I said I had 2 target locations. I won't be going to Crawfordville. I won't be going to Perry. But I don't think I'm going to be exactly hunkering down in Tallahassee. So the cone has Hurricane Helene Tallahassee is still in the cone, but me personally, I think that the hurricane will be traveling more east in that cone. And I don't necessarily think that Tallahassee will be getting some of the worst winds. Now, if Hurricane Helene decides to travel almost directly north at this point, then that's very much of a possibility. Tallahassee could get the eye in that northern eye wall, which is that's where the strongest winds are located. But we might be on the weak side. So I'm going to be probably going around. Hopefully the power doesn't go out too early, and I can get some footage from some of the Florida State parking lots and parking garages, maybe from the top of those, and kind of feel the wind there and get some footage. But obviously a nighttime landfall is not optimal for good footage. I mean, you kind of saw it in Hurricane Debbie just about 2 months ago. But yeah, so I'll be staying in Tallahassee. This is just kind of a little update video for all the fans of the YouTube channel. There's not very many, but if you do care, I will be staying in Tallahassee and not chasing. It's unfortunate that I can't chase. I really, really wanted to go to Perry, but I don't have my truck right now, and that is kind of a big issue. So I think that's going to be it. This will be a strengthening Category 4. So it is possible that it becomes a Category 5, but it's not likely. This will be a strengthening hurricane as it makes landfall. So I expect sustained winds probably to reach 135 or maybe 140 before it makes landfall. It still has about 3 to 4 hours before it makes landfall. It's about 100 miles off the coast. But it's been fairly calm here in Tallahassee all day. There's been some rain, but now it's gradually beginning, the conditions are gradually beginning to worsen. But, once it's here, and it's going to be moving fast. So I expect conditions to go downhill pretty quickly within the next few hours, and then, depending on where that track goes, depending on where that eye goes, we could get the worst this storm has to offer. But in my opinion, and kind of in alignment with some of the models, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be on the weak side of Hurricane Helene and not on the dirty or the strong side. So wish me luck. Send up some prayers for me, and I will be praying for all the people in the Tallahassee, in the Big Bend region, of course. These guys are my neighbors, and I just hope everybody can stay safe during this hurricane. Again, 10 to 20-foot storm surges in some places. It's an absolutely insane number to think about. That's a 2-story house completely underwater. So we gotta help after this hurricane passes through. There's going to be a lot of work to be done. It's going to be catastrophic damage. Idalia, I think this will probably be worse than Idalia, and Idalia was pretty significant. This storm is massive, and it's got a lot of potential to do bad things. There's going to be a lot of tree damage and a lot of power outages, a lot of power lines down. But even more than that, there's going to be significant structural damage too. Hurricane Debbie, there was some tree damage. If you watched my other video, there was some sticks, leaves, moss, kind of smaller branches that were falling off of trees. There was no structural damage though. not from what I really saw. But this, as hurricanes get stronger in their strength, the damage goes up exponentially. So we'll see what happens here. If this storm comes ashore as it's still strengthening, it's going to be very impactful, and this will probably be a historic landfall in the Big Bend region. It might be the most powerful hurricane. I think they're calling it the most powerful hurricane to ever make landfall in the Big Bend region. And that's pretty significant because Idalia was the most significant hurricane, and that was just a year ago. But again, to reiterate, this is going to be a very significant storm, and I'm going to be staying in Tallahassee and trying to get some good footage for y'all. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope I can deliver.